I pretended to be scared of thunder to sleep in a guy's bed. Last night I 18F was at a sleepover at my best friend's house. I've been in love with her brother 20 for many years now. There was a storm, so I decided to pretend to be scared and asked if I could sleep in his bed for the night. He didn't suspect a thing. He said yes. It felt really good when he hugged me in his sleep, and I really enjoyed waking up in his arms, but he has no idea about my feelings. Am I wrong for lying to him the way I did? My story in a nutshell. I 37F have had a life few will relate to. And honestly am not gonna fit it all in. But goddamn it, I think it deserves telling. When I was 12 years old I was diagnosed with lupus. This would be the start of hell on earth. The lupus came with RA, as well as aggressive organ attacks. I had to fight to graduate elementary school. And I did. But I had to drop out in GR9 due to countless hospitalizations at Max Sick Kids. God bless you people. My sister and friends would come sleep over in the hospital with me. I was going through kidney failure and on dialysis. I already had 2 strokes and seizures. So many ups and downs. Almost dying more often than I can think about. I couldn't hold down food, my BP was dangerously high, I had numerous skin lesions, literally holes in my body, the lupus ate through the center of my nose. I now whistle 100% of the time. Hearing the doctors in my 17th year as I laying sicker than I've ever been, in so much pain, tell my parents to prepare themselves because I may not survive the night. I thought fuck that, and I did. I got my first kidney transplant in '04, my mom was my donor. I responded well and actually got to have a normal life for a couple years or so. I met my true love at 21. He was everything I wasn't and vice versa. Filled each other's cracks like a beautiful broken mosaic. The man of my dreams. And he loved all of me. Every scar, dimple, inch. By 25 I was declining and I knew it. I suffered 2 heart attacks. I knew I had 2 when the second one hit and I realized I had driven to my parents 20 minutes away during the first. The pain was unreal. I received a stent. The RA, the pain, continuing to change my body so slowly. Day by day. I can't begin to explain all of the minor health issues. Hospital admissions. My mom's kidney lasted 14 years almost to the day. I was now in full-blown rejection again and once again plugged into dialysis to live. I had hundreds of infections, fevers. So sick. February 2018 rolled around and my sister stepped to the plate. She didn't even bat an eye. She was my second donor. This transplant took its toll and was hard to come back from, but I did. 2018 July my nan passes from cancer, not long after my grandpa died from cancer. September 2018. I lost my fiancée in a violent car accident. This utterly destroyed me. It was so sudden, the pain, the empty void. I thought I would die from heartbreak. I think I was. Life moved on and COVID came. I lost myself. June 2020 I was diagnosed with lymphoma and it was very aggressive. 1 month later my mom was diagnosed with bowel cancer. The day I did my last treatment of chemo I had been given a blood transfusion and platelets. The blood ended up being contaminated and I became septic instantly. Violently sick, literally dying in a matter of hours. I'm in the hospital fighting to live while my mom was dying at home. I missed so much time with her because of my health. I stopped chemo, told them to send me home, where my dad and sis had to watch my mom and I dying. Some fucking how I survived, mom didn't. My cancer doc couldn't believe I was alive when I did follow up a year later. Didn't think I'd see you alive again, kid. And now here I am. 37, survived twice as long as they said, trying to come to grips with everything. To mourn people I wasn't given the chance to. It's like some twisted movie. And I feel lost. Son asked why mom invites men home. So my wife and I have an open relationship, though she has gotten far more out of it than I have. I've accepted that, and spend a lot of time in the car parked out front of the house while her visiting men are there. But the other day, my son asked why mommy invited men over. I never realized he was old enough to pick up on the trend, and I was sure how to respond. Ended up just saying mommy is really popular with guys, and really likes massages. Technically true. But I'd what to say if he has follow-up questions. The most prettiest girl in my workplace told my colleagues she finds me the prettiest in office and I heard it. Well, I've always struggled with self-image and body image and I've only tried to look my best and wear my best as much as possible, so I feel good. She's literally an ideal type of so many men, and this response from her surprised me because I never thought I'm the prettiest. I've never felt jealous of her and I always thought I'm in my own league. Well, it turns out I am in my own league and people see it more than I do. My BF is in jail on charges of child previewing and distribution. Monday was our 1-year mark. I am currently dealing with the worst experience of my life. My boyfriend of a year came into my life and spiraled every little crevice of my life. Our anniversary is Monday the 13th. Better yet, was. For the past year, we spent all the time together. He became close with my family and we all trusted him and thought we knew him and his intentions. Things were rocky as per every relationship has its issues, but I never thought this would happen. We were supposed to celebrate our anniversary and he had been working to save some dollar for a gift he had in mind. He was supposed to babysit my 2.5-year-old once fall semester started. We were supposed to go spread his mother's ashes on a trip abroad. But none of that is happening now. Last night, around 5 p.m., my door was knocked in by police and a whole squad. My boyfriend and I were in the living room playing video games. We were both in shock and I completely thought it was a prank. It wasn't. The police and special agents were at my home for more than 4 hours. They took all electronics and trashed my entire home, looking for what they needed. Well, it turns out I have been spending a whole year of my life with an individual who viewed and distributed child essay videos, also known as Child P. The man I thought I knew was never real. I can't stop thinking and wondering and coming to the that makes sense now realizations. Haven't been able to hold any food down, sleep was meh, nightmares galore. What's worse, I miss him. The person I knew and loved. The guy that would play with my toddler and care for him as his own. The guy that would so expertly mix and craft my dog's meals, lunch and dinner. The guy that slept next to me every night. The one that never existed? I'm a mess. He hasn't called anyone, not his family or me. I'm afraid he won't. I'm afraid I will never get any answers to the millions of questions I have. I've never felt so much fear in my life.